Hi! In this video, we'll be taking a look at active and passive sentences. In an active sentence, the subject performs the action, the verb, to the object. Sentences in the active voice are usually written subject, verb, object. Let's take a look at some examples. The dragon guarded the treasure. Our newest player scored the first goal. My brother painted some rocks. In a passive sentence, the thing that would usually be the object becomes the subject through the use of the passive form of the verb. This subject then has the verb happening to it. The passive voice uses a form of the verb to be and the past participle of the main verb. Often the word by or a similar preposition is added to form a prepositional phrase. This means that if we turn our active sentences into passive sentences, they would now look like this. The treasure was guarded by a dragon. The first goal was scored by our newest player. The rocks were painted by my brother. In these passive sentences, the verb is happening to the subject. When deciding whether a sentence is being written in the active or the passive, it's important to look at the subject. In an active sentence, the subject is doing the verb. In a passive sentence, the verb is happening to them. For our first question, you're being asked to tick the sentence that's written in the passive. Remember, in a passive sentence, the verb is happening to the subject. Let's take a look at the sentences. Sentence 1 says, the monsters attended the meeting. Sentence 2 says, the issue was raised by the monsters. Sentence 3 says, everyone listened to their ideas. Sentence 4 says, they started making plans. Top tip, remember that a passive sentence often ends in a prepositional phrase. In which of these sentences is the verb happening to the subject? That's right. Well done if you said the issue was raised by the monsters. In this sentence, the verb was raised is happening to the subject, which is the issue. The sentence also ends in a prepositional phrase. The other three sentences are written in the active. For our next question, you're being asked to tick one box in each row to show whether each sentence is active or passive. Let's take a look at the sentences. Sentence 1 says, hedgehogs live in hedgerows. Sentence 2 says, insects are eaten by hedgehogs. Sentence 3 says, many people like hedgehogs. Pause the video now and press play when you have an answer. Do you have an answer? Great! There are 2 active sentences and 1 passive sentence in this question. In the active sentences, the subject is doing the verb. This means that sentences 1 and 3 are active. Sentence 2 is passive because the eating is happening to the insects. This sentence also ends in a prepositional phrase. Well done if you got that one right. Hoo-yah! For our final question, you're being asked to tick one box in each row to show whether the sentences are active or passive. You may wish to write your answers down on a piece of paper or whiteboard, or you may just wish to say them aloud. Sentence 1 says, Mina's missing tooth was found by the teacher. Sentence 2 says, everyone saw the rainbow. Sentence 3 says, a small meteor entered the Earth's atmosphere. Pause the video now and have a go. What do you think? Which sentences were written in the active and which were written in the passive? Take a close look at the answers now. Well done if you got all 3 of those correct. Hoo-yah! If you enjoyed this video today, why not take a look at some of the other English concept videos available on the Twinkl website?